When you finish the first day of investigation, Ned sends you a text message asking if you can call him back. So, why don't we call him from here? Let's call from Father Leo's table.
I'll clear the table soon enough.
I don't think Leo will mind if I talk right in front of him.
Nancy!
Caller ID does take the mystery out of things.
You're not the only detective. In fact, I've already solved one mystery for you.
Wonderful. I can spend the rest of my time here enjoying the sights.
We both know you wouldn't be happy until you found another case.
True.
And speaking of cases, your father is nose deep in one of his, so he asked me to help you in his place, so you can lay that mystery to rest.
You would help me anyway.
Yes, but now I am fully deputized.
Excellent. I hope the next mystery Ned solves is the mystery of why he never appears in person in this series.
Did my father find out anything about Second Shine or Hans Farzinger?
He's still looking into every territory. So far, nothing concerning out of Germany where it's headquartered.
I don't suppose he has a researcher fluent in Czech?
Not last I checked. I didn't mean to do that.
I know.
Not my finest moment.
Normally, whenever I hear that dad joke, it's more like we have a German person and a Czech person. They are both testing out microphones. So I've got a German sound tester and a Czech one too. And a Czech one too, and a Czech one too. Is this microphone on?
Have you heard about the Degas system?
Degas? The painter?
That's how it's spelled. It's a system that tracks precious gems and jewels worldwide.
Sounds like a big deal. Do you think this goes further than Second Shine?
No. No, wait, you're right. I might need to call in a different kind of help.
Like...
The Hardy Boys. They have contacts I don't.
And I don't. I understand.
Oh, poor Ned. He seems kind of sad that he can't help Nancy with the mystery.
I should reach out to them before it gets too late.
I'm here if you need me. I'm still good for talking about the case.
Yes, you are. Till next time.
All right, Nancy Drew. Good night over there. And stay safe.
The Hardy Boys can help because they are international men of mystery, whereas Ned's just a college student. Leo, are you still not done?
I'll clear the table soon enough.
You said that 5 hours ago, dude. Seriously. Does he have a job or what? Alright, so it's nighttime and we need to call the Hardy Boys. So let's call them. Let's read their text message. Nancy, oh my gosh, you would have loved our mystery. It's great. Let's eat some pancakes. Oh, I love pancakes. Pancakes are delicious.
Nancy.
Joe.
Actually, it's Frank.
One of these days. We were about to go toss a ball around. What can we do for you?
You know when you were in Boston consulting on the exhibits on jewel thefts? Did you ever hear about a Degas system while working on the case?
Hear about? Yes. We could get you the Degas file on any gem or jewel you could ever want.
Jewels? Gems? Crime? Definitely more fun than throwing a ball around.
That would be amazing. How?
We had a special agent working with us on the exhibit.
Special Agent Zane Garrett.
Woo!
Nancy, send us information on the file you want, and we'll have him send it over. You should be able to contact Zane later today.
Make that tomorrow. I'm in Prague now.
Prague? We love Prague.
Yeah, we traveled through there on a really amazing case. Don't you remember?
Yeah, it has one of the largest castles in the world.
Yeah, that's where I'm standing right now. It's incredible.
Oh, you should send us a picture. And Nancy, if you didn't bring a laptop, you should get one. Your phone won't be able to handle the Degas file.
Don't forget to check out all the paintings there. If you take the train, who knows, you might find treasure on the tracks.
I'll have to see what I can do about that computer tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Alrighty, I'm gonna call that a night. Just go to sleep. And wake up the next morning. Woohoo! So our first major task is to... Why is Leo still at the coffee place? Did he go home last night?
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, this guy might have a coffee problem. He might have a coffee problem. Okay, so we need to talk to Patricie about the computer.
You have a question for me. I see it.
Hey, you got any spare computers lying around?
I need to open a file that's too big for my phone. Do you have a laptop I could use?
Laptop? No. You should go to Aparat. They sell computers. Many choices, none too expensive.
Thank you. Is it far from here?
Oh, you will want to go there anyway. It is in Old Town Square. You will see it.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool computer store. We'll go there as soon as this conversation's over. What's up with the coffee?
Have you had any more troubles with your coffee maker?
Kind of you to ask. So far, so coffee.
Well, you do have dedicated customers. That one guy's been here for like a week now.
Have you visited Slotty Custom Jewelry?
Zlati? Ha! I could not even afford to walk in.
Do you know Vladena Slotty?
She visits from time to time. She only drinks black coffee. I tell her she should take a pinch of cinnamon, which is my preference. She doesn't listen.
So you don't know her well?
I know all I need to.
She doesn't have cinnamon in her coffee. She's a villain. Have you been to the museum?
What do you think of the castle exhibition?
It is our patrimony. Quite a selection of priceless and cherished jewels. A shame so few get to see their beauty.
With gems that rare, I'm sure people must travel from all over the world to see them.
And they do, but they are very rarely on display. We can only see them on special occasions, like now. Sometimes we wait 20 years. You may get the chance to see them yourself, if you don't mind waiting in long lines. I would wear jewels like that every day if I could.
Do you know Oscar Dvorak?
His name? No. If he came in, I might know by how he takes his coffee.
Alrighty.
Thank you. I'll be back if I get lost on the way to Aparat.
Ah, before you go, a small favor.
Another missing part?
Could you bring this coffee to the man sitting over there on your way out?
I don't see why not.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll deliver a coffee for you. Aw, I like how the coffee appears in your inventory. Whoa, fancy coffee. Woo! I've turned it upside down. Now all the coffee's gonna fall out. Okay, so, the coffee is for Leo.
I believe this is for you.
Ah, thank you. Patricia's latest victim, I see?
I take it she makes a habit of enlisting customers.
Only those too kind to say no. I never shy from an opportunity to serve.
In that case, I might have a question or two. My name is Nancy Drew.
Leo Sokol, welcome to Prague.
It's nice to be here.
Do you serve as a priest near here?
I am honored to serve at St. Vitus Cathedral. Though I can't claim the same preeminence as the kings and emperors and saints laid to rest there.
A cathedral must be a lot of work.
Not from me. It is owned by the Czech people, like the rest of the palace complex. I do my small part.
Mostly he stays at the cafe all day, drinking coffee.
I noticed you dropped some cards.
My simple pleasure? A game called Marius, where you collect tricks to win. We play with a smaller deck than you may be familiar with.
Oh, I've played a trick-taking game like that before. Maybe I could play you sometime.
No, not a good idea.
Why not?
It is not polite for me to defeat tourists,
You're confident.
And we would need 3 or 4 players, with a full deck of cards, as I keep losing mine.
Another time, then.
It makes me sad that we don't get to play Marius. It sounds like a fun game. Now I really want to play it.
You must have heard about the gem forgeries in Prague. What do you think?
Not the usual tourist question.
I'm not the usual tourist.
What is your interest?
I met Adela yesterday. Do you know her? She had her own necklace stolen.
The museum forgeries are in the past, but perhaps the threat remains. Well, I have friends at the palace. I should ask them about the state of our security.
Please do. I would still like to know more about how the investigation has turned up no leads.
I see no harm. Come find me in my cathedral office.
Alright, that's the end of the conversation.
I should get going.
Good. But don't be too long. I am leaving town soon. I hope to see you before I go.
Oh, and who is this dashing young gentleman? He gets his coffee and then dashes. Speaking of dashing gentlemen, that's why it's exciting that Nancy will be in contact with Agent Zane Garrett. He is the most handsome secret agent. If I didn't know any better, I'd say Nancy made up this mystery just to get an opportunity to hang out with him. Now, the barista mentioned that the jewels are on display for a special occasion. I don't know what the special occasion is. Did I miss that part? I wonder why they're being put on display soon. Oh, and you might have noticed I switched over to the modern control scheme. This is how it works. You just use the up, down, left, and right buttons, as well as the mouse to move around. If you hold down the shift button, Nancy will run, like this. Woo! I like having her run. Oh, my favorite is when she runs upstairs, like this. Woo! Woo! And once more. Woo! Ow! Ow! My head! Ugh, okay, that's enough of that silliness. So let's go to the computer store, everybody. The computer store on the other side of the town. Oh, and I should note, Leo says visit him at his office. There's a very specific time you need to do that, and it's right after the puppet show. So, right after you solve the puppet show puzzle, that's when you want to go to Leo's office. If you visit him earlier, the game will not accept it. So I know a lot of people get stuck at that part. I've seen the complaints on the internet. So, here we have the clock tower.
This clock tells time in so many ways. I can't wait to tell Ned that I'm actually here.
Ned is a big fan of clock towers. Maybe. It's a world-famous clock. Pretty awesome and amazing. And I think that's pretty much the only thing here in this courtyard. We just have a bunch of people. Just a bunch of people hanging around, talking to each other. The computer store, excuse me, ladies. The computer store is right over here. And unless I'm mistaken, you can't go into the computer store unless you've been told to go here to get a new computer. We get a computer from Elka over here. She's pretty helpful.
Hello, what can I do for you?
That obvious I speak English?
I guessed right. I also guess you need some tech?
I do.
You either wanted that, my school notes, or a puppet, so... I am Elka. What can I get you?
I'm Nancy Drew. It's nice to meet you, Elka.
Okay, why did you just mention puppets?
You can't mention a puppet and not explain why.
My grandfather. He works on the collectibles side of Aparat. He fixes, among other gadgets and junk, puppets and marionettes.
Junk? You must not care for his work much.
Oh, I love him, of course. But don't tell him I called his work junk. And especially don't tell Radek.
Radek? Was he the handsome guy we saw earlier?
Who is Radek?
Ah, you have not been to the Marionette Theater. Radek is a boy with floppy hair and a cute smile who puts on puppet shows for kids and tourists.
A cute smile?
You will not tell him I said so.
Of course not.
My grandfather fixes his marionettes whenever they fall apart, which is often. I never know what to say to him.
Hello is a start.
Radek always seems so preoccupied. Who knew puppetry was so stressful?
I kind of like Elka's little crush on Radek. It's cute. It's cute.
So, you are still in school. What are you studying?
Yes, I'm studying computer science with a focus on cybersecurity.
Impressive. Why cybersecurity?
No matter how tech literate you are, you can never be too careful on the internet these days.
Sounds like you have a reason to be cautious. Have you had any cybersecurity issues yourself?
Some believe that local hackers have been harassing government sites, but I am not the government, so I don't care.
Who do you think the hackers are?
Students, perhaps.
Students are bored, so they decided, you know what? I'm gonna hack the government! Yeah!
Do you have a small laptop? Something with lots of storage space. Nothing fancy.
Yes, of course. I have one secondhand that I wiped clean myself.
That sounds perfect.
Almost perfect. It is missing a charger, but you should be able to find one at an internet cafe.
I know a place.
Good.
Alright, sounds good. Thanks for the laptop.
Thank you for the laptop.
Feel free to return here if you have any troubles with it. And do let me know if you see Radek's show.
Thank you. I will. See you.
Alrighty. So, Nancy gets a laptop, and I think it's free. Like, did Elka charge her money for the laptop? Because I don't think she did. I think she just got a free laptop. So, like visiting Father Leo's office, this is a place where people can get stuck. Because my instinct is to run directly to the cafe and turn on the laptop and read the email from the hunky guy. But I can't do that. I mean, here's the charger. Nancy refuses to pick it up. Well, you have to do the puppet show first. You have to do the puppet show, then visit Leo's office, and then you can get the email. I don't know why Nancy can't check her email right away, but she's just being kind of picky about it. So that's the order you have to do things in. Now, we can't just walk to the puppet show and see it. We actually have to meet Elka's grandfather. His part of the store is over here. He sells a bunch of old things like, that's a phone. And these are alarm clocks. Phone again. Another phone. Does he only sell phones? Oh, hey, and old tapes. Okay. Here he is. Okay, so his name is Marek.
Dobre den.
Dobre den. I hope it's all right if we speak in English.
Yes, it is okay.
I see you are quite the artisan and collector. I found this iron key. Can you tell me what it's for?
It's one of the 7 keys of Pra.
The 7 Keys of Prague.
Ah, if you don't know, I shouldn't tell you.
Now I have to know.
Let me see the key. You found it where?
In an old book in the Hungerkünstler Cafe.
We Czechs have many legends. The legend of the 7 keys is one every Czech child learns. Even you can learn about it at the marionette show in the square. When you come back, I will tell you what I learned from it. No charge.
Thank you.
So both Elka and her grandfather insist on having Nancy go to this marionette show.
Elka was right. You don't have any computers I can use.
Computers belong to her side of the shop.
What do you focus on?
Anything that needs fixing. From the time when craft mattered.
What kind of crafts?
Things that require skills handed down through generations. And a few trinkets.
Hell no, you mostly had old telephones and tapes, dude.
Does Elka run the shop?
She would like to think so. I tell her to go study, but she does not listen. She works too hard like her mother.
Does her mother work here too?
Her mother passed some time ago.
I'm sorry.
We do all right.
Well, that is an awkward way to end the conversation. Sorry about that, Marek.
I should get going.
Yeah, come back sometime.